Hi everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is. Swath. What does that mean? Well, a swath is a strip of grass or grain that has been mown down or mown with a scythe. And it also can mean a big piece of cloth. Now, we can use swath figuratively and say, oh, they cut a swath through the population. And that's not a strip of grass, but it's the same idea. Now, where does it come from? This is really an old word. It's so old that you can go back to Proto-German with this, and in English, sometime before 1150. I mean, this thing was always around. Now, how can we use it? Well, how about this? When the fires hit the city of Los Angeles, they cut a swath through Pacific Palisades and burned it to the ground, although most of the rest of the city escaped pretty well. Very sad, very sad. How about this? Number 2. This is my Black History Month sentence. When Richard Wright, the Harlem Renaissance novelist, wrote Native Son, he described a part of Chicago. This book was published in 1940. He described a part of Chicago as the Black Belt. And that is because in virtually all American cities, up until the 1960s, you could legally discriminate, and there would be a whole swath of the city where people of color were restricted. They could only live there. And finally, on a personal note, my grandmother and my mother really believed that it was important for girls to know how to sew. And so I and my 3 sisters all had to take sewing lessons. Now, 2 of my sisters were really brilliant. I mean, geniuses at sewing. But swath of fabric was safe in my hands because, man, I got no talent in the sewing department. So, that's the word of the day, swath. See if you can use it in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.